Welcome back to the Intel Esports Arena for our second series of the night. Well, we're switching things up a little bit now and changing it over to Heroic versus Fnatic. Should be good, Snots.
Should be good. Should be good. First series was good, obviously. A bit of pauses, a bit of technical issues. Hopefully that was on their end. And, you know, in terms of Counter-Strike being good to go, we want the momentum to, you know, stay constant.
Nice. That was good. So it was like a little speech. It was like you'd prepared that to
Really?
To give out. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
That's off the cuff, mate. Straight off the top of the head. Top of the dome. Yeah. Surprising, wasn't it? But what is also surprising is the fact that Fnatic right now are number 12. Obviously, they had the Katowice win over FaZe. What? How long ago? When were we back out there in Katowice? What? A month ago-ish?
About a month and a bit.
Yeah, a month ago. And ever since then, it's all gone downhill online.
It has been. It's been a bit of an interesting one, a bit shaky, a bit all over the place. I believe we do actually have the odds for this as well, so we can have a look at those now.
Wow, good odds there for Heroic.
Things have been, yeah.
Those are really good odds for Heroic. What's funny here is it's 2.35 to 1.53 in favor of Fnatic right now. But actually, you look at the table as well. Heroic number 10, Fnatic number 12. Yes, you know, Fnatic have played 6 less maps, but the jump between 12th and 10th position is actually quite a fair bit. Obviously, 9 points separate Fnatic and Heroic. 6 maps. So obviously, Fnatic win 2 or, you know, 3 out of those 6. Half those games, they're going to be leaping ahead. So fair enough in terms of, you know, wins versus matches played. Fnatic are a fair bit ahead. But still, actually, some good money maybe to be made here on Train for Heroic.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, for Fnatic, it was kind of the fact that they went from physically the worst placement you could have at a tournament to them winning 2 tournaments back-to-back, really, and getting momentum going for them. They had a good run at Katowice as well. Everything was actually quite nice, but a bit of a slowdown now, especially as they get steamrolled by the early aggression from Heroic here into the opening pistol. They've got B site control in a matter of seconds.
Well, already a 5 versus 3 in favor of Heroic as they have pushed in towards the back lines and dinked up Crims as well. Bomb planted default. Nico, the 4 position here up towards Heaven. Golden will fall. Crims as well. Just down to JW now, the 1 versus 5. Finds the first kill. An easy refrag there from Snappy makes it 1-0 in favor of Heroic. And a good call there from Snappy. And Esatag is still playing, Jack. That's the thing, an X factor we forgot to mention. Esatag is still filling in for Yugi currently. Get well soon to him, obviously the star player from the Heroic side. Well, Esatag's been doing a bit more than pulling his own weight, Jack. He's been doing very well, actually, on the reimbursement on the Heroic roster. You can see taking the second chance, not lightly, and putting the effort in, and it's definitely been showing.
To be honest with you, yeah, I'd have to agree. I feel like he's been very effective with his rifling skills. I mean, if you're a Danish team that's been looking for someone that, you know, potentially you need to sub someone in that can fill that role, Esatag's been trying to prove just how lethal he can be and potentially what Heroic have been missing. But obviously, they need that Yugi piece added back to the puzzle. But for the meantime, he's going to have to try and see what he can achieve. Lekro gets the initial frag into this one, though. Takes down Snappy. After a bit of an awkward confrontation, I mean, this round has just been very odd so far. Fnatic actually might take it as well. It's Modi, Nico, and Esatag that remain. They're over at the B site, but by no means has this been a standard round.
Wow, 3 versus 5 now. The tides have turned towards the B site, and it's going to be the CT star with the advantage. Flush up. Finds one. Shredded out eventually, though, by Esatag, as it is come to the 3 versus 2.
Ooh, Nico.
Oh my god, that is crazy.
He's being fed the frags. They pick him one by one from either angle. So he racks that up at a nice little hat trick. The eventual frag found as well by Esatag as he kills Golden.
Crazy, crazy. That was a 2 versus 5 there. Obviously, Flusher found first frag onto the site, turned it into a 2 versus 5. And then Nico just goes nuclear there towards Heaven. Whips it back round for the 1-tap towards the player at Heaven as well. And secures the second round for Heroic. Fnatic going to be kicking themselves to throw away such a crucial round and such a crucial match as well, remember. Right now, situated at 12th, playing those relegation matches is far from ideal here for Fnatic.
Ooh. So here it goes now then. Oh, JW, the butcher play, death from above as he drops down to kill Snappy. Slices him up there with his karambit. That's a nice little way to open up this round.
Yeah, he's been struggling a little bit towards outside Snappy with that Mac-10, but the real deal here going down towards this B bomb site. The Mac-10 rotated in at a good time as well. JW here is on towards default. Lekro chimes in. Another 3 versus 4.
JW looking for more bang for his buck. As though we able to rack up a kill. Takes down Modi there with a Mac-10 that he scavenged from his opponent that he slayed with his blade. And it's just down to Nico now in a 1v4. A minute left on the clock. Nico, elevated angle to work with. You've got tons of utility and that raw potential he has. But the fact is, two players are armed. Golden and JW have both recovered rifles. And they're all in close proximity. Golden suspects it, but Golden loses face. Flusher as well. Tries to peek, nearly loses lips because of it. Nico has a read on the face from JW. Should be expecting the backstab, but JW's just holding. Eventually goes out for the contact. JW lands it as well. Deals with Nico. And Fnatic finally get a round off the board. It's a huge round from JW there.
Yeah, these rounds have been close as well. 2 versus 5s, for example, in the last round. This one here, Heroic losing versus the Fnatic from Fnatic. The slice sending him into another life from JW. And yeah, 2 rounds in a row. Snappy failing with a Mac 10 towards outside. The first time a simple whiff, but that last one there. JW the outplay potentially, but we'll send for Felico straight away coming out from Heroic. So we should be seeing a 2-2 scoreline here from Fnatic and both Heroic. Coming into this one already, it is a CT favored map, and adding the additional rounds, losing versus Felico is going to add to the tally of rounds where if Heroic loses one and is close, they're going to be so frustrated looking back at that.
Yeah, you're going to be kicking yourself. You're not going to be happy at all with the way this one could go. But still, it's very early days. 3 rounds in. Round number 4 now on the board, obviously. Trying to see how this one will shape up when we do get into a later stage, as Fnatic should be able to rip their way through them. Obviously, just lock it down. From that point, Fnatic will take the lead. Then Heroic will finally be able to try and bite back. But JW gets 2. Fnatic as well. Steamrolling along as Golden comes into effect. And Electro for the last 2 frags.
Clean and clinical. Only one player dying there from Fnatic. Rabuna finding 1 frag with the pistol, but apart from that, 2-2, round number 5. And with that clean, clinical round we saw in the last one, with 4 players staying alive for Fnatic, 3,000 for Flusher, 3,000 for Lecro, 4.5k as well for JW. So Fnatic, they got some cash to work with if they lose this one. They have got a safety net to fall back on, so they can buy into round number 6 if they lose this one. Oh, Heroic. There's going to be the 5 AK buy. Utility is fairly decent as well across the board for Heroic. So they can play the slow, steady pace here into this matchup. As the bomb is left outside T main. First frag found by Nico's AKs. He gets aggressive towards Blue Train as well. Surprising to see.
Oh, Crims with the smoke out. So now try and push in towards him. Crims with a nice flick as well. But couldn't quite find the head of Esther there. But Esther, he's now invigorated. He's hyped up. Nearly with a connection on Golden as well as he just pushes up, looking to really be lethal. Make a mockery out of this Fnatic squad. JW in a close range angle with the AWP, not the best location to wield it from, but he's trying to make it work. Snappy. He struggled in the past, but surely he should find the frag this time. Actually, JW just opted to get away and try and stay alive. Bomb will be planted on the B site, because it is a 3 versus 1. JW only has 25 HP. But he tries. He's going to attempt to make it work on the initial contact. Peeks through. Modi's playing around the ladder there, going to be going for the heightened angle. Esther as well. No Molotov, but still has the late round angle to try win this one if things go south on the actual bomb site. Snappy is miles away, but he is beginning to rotate towards close connector. But JW, first contact now with the CZ, does not go the way he expected it to. And the AWP gets passed over as well.
Wow, most likely to be seeing Snappy Wood in the AWP as we saw before when they last played. Nico, that first frag towards the outside side, playing from Blue Train, getting aggressive, must have had a sense for timing, maybe spotted the connector or put JW running in towards site, so he knew he had a moment to get out T-main and get in towards Blue Train and take those duels and take those challenges. As he found the frag on towards default. And obviously grouping back towards the B side, good mid-round call once they found the advantage early on towards A. But now, round number 6. 3-2. As Fnatic will be going for another buy into this one. CZ for Crims, UMP for Flusher. 2 M4s for both Golden and Lecro. And the AWP going to be brought up for JW. As the CT buy is fairly lackluster. And so is their roster as well, as the losing players left, right and center.
Yeah, finds that kill on Golden, which is okay. Nice, but JW actually misses on the response here. The Molotov goes down a bit of an awkward place, but he finds the no-scope. Just couldn't hit the others as he keeps on going. You could see he was poised to try and get the next one as well, but eventually does go down to Rubino. Luckily, though, Flusher was on scene to quickly deal with him.
That's probably the most JW round I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah.
Misses a shot, doesn't care, pushes forward, misses again, doesn't care, keeps going forward and pushing aggressively with that AWP. Has the reactions, the higher sense, the quick flicks. But still going to be a 1 versus 3 now in favor of Fnatic. And it's one of those rounds where Heroic afterwards, in the typing right now, saying, how on earth has JW got 2 frags and a leg as well? He collated them. Crazy scenes towards Ali. As a pile and trail of bodies are left by the AWP from JW. There's a new player left now from Heroic. Is Modi.
Modi. Ooh, finds the head Electro. Trying to switch out to a different weapon as well. Grabs JW's AWP. Flusher repositions back round. You've got 10 seconds though. It's all about the save. And there's the face from Crims. I mean, at this point, it's only Flusher left. He is forced to save it, and luckily Flusher isn't going to run any risks as well. If he died, this could have still been the round for Heroic, but Flusher realized what was going on. It's 4 rebuys that need to come out for Fnatic. So even though you win the round, it's hugely, hugely costly.
There's 2 missed shots. Connects to third. Other 2 players are so delayed and tagged behind. It gives time for JW to cock the AWP. And the shots. 3 to 3 though. Force by coming out from Heroic, obviously. The weapon that was saved, the last one from Modi. Actually going to be keeping it, surprisingly. As you won't be swapping it over with Snappy. So we do see 2 Deagle, 1 CZ, 1 AK, and the AWP buy coming out from Heroic. As the Arsenal verse is a fairly poor buy from Fnatic themselves. You said before, only 1 player surviving, which means MP9s for both Crims and Golden. FAMAS for Electro, and the M4 for Flusher. Is JW the AWP still playing towards the alley position? Can bait as well for Golden up close with the MP9 playing towards the electric box there. But Crimson towards Pop Dog. Heroic taking control towards alley, towards team main, towards Pop Dog as well. Well, what's their angle of approach here?
Golden just holds with the MP9. Nico, on the drop down there, is able to connect a shot, decapitate Crims, rip his head clean off. So there is the advantage to the Heroic side. But Fnatic are quickly moving around because of this as well. All of their players going to be heading over towards the B site. Golden's only just got contact this as a play towards A, but he's still not truly seen the bigger picture. He's only heard the rumblings of what's going on. And that's that utility being invested onto the A site. No one is there to deal with this. Golden needs to try and go for an aggressive play instead, second guesses himself. There's mayhem occurring on the bomb site, but JW finds the first. Flusher could get 2 frags here as well, as he's already found 1. Golden in the meantime has killed Snappy. And Flusher just fights through it, finds a hat trick. So back and forth, but in the end they do win out.
Well, Heroic out-rotating Fnatic early on. We saw them come in towards the A site. Fnatic, as soon as they arrive on the scene, through the pushing through the connector smoke from JW, finding the picks or headshot there towards the headshot angle on default. Flusher in towards Ali, lining up 2 critical frags as well, turning this into a lead now for the Swedes. 4 to 3 as we go into round number 8. It's going to be the eco coming up from Heroic. $2,000 across the board, and no one actually around $3,000, so that should mean no AWP into the next buy round. Could mean more of a faster round, a rush towards outside, a execution potentially towards the B side, but it's all just, speculation as of right now, as we do need to wait for this round to conclude.
Well, it's going to kick off now, finally, as they push out. Flusher. Nice track down there. Good HE rolled in as well to transfer some more damage for good measure. At this point, he's just taking it as marksmanship training to find these kills. It's already the 4K, looking for the ace as well. Modi will go down to Crims as he'll deny the 5, but they do get the round and bring themselves up to 5. Double AWP now in play as well for Fnatic.
Match paused. Heroic may be going for the tactical here, and they are. Obviously, no AWP going to be into their inventory. Instead, 2 here for Fnatic, so they can exploit the lack of the AWP versus Heroic. AWP towards Ali, AWP towards Connect, obviously playing rotate towards the B site, but if Heroic walk into these scopes, this could be quite a strong CT half already put up by Fnatic. Question is, though, do they go for the faster set plays? Do they go for the slower, utility-orientated style of CS, where because you lack that AWP to duel the other AWP or to duel these riflers playing towards Ali, playing towards connector, stop sign, green train and whatnot, do you just use the utility instead to gain map control?
Oh, back into it. Heroic. Let's see how they actually play this one out right now. Two players going to head over towards Ivy. But Nico that just lies in wait. He's got flashbang, smoke, and Molotov, so we can set that up if he wants to go for a smoke a little bit later on into the round, or a flashbang over. Tag also going to go down with Modi. See what mayhem they can run against the defense on this A site. No aggressive face from Lekro though. He's playing it smart. If he peeks too far out, he will go down here.
Surprising to see Flusher solo warping towards the B site. But nevertheless, aggression in towards team main here from JW with the AWP as well, backed up by Crims' M4. So they have full control towards A main as of right now, and pop control. So this round's looking very good right now for Fnatic, and you can see the instant rotation from Golden, leaving Ellie coming in towards the B site, giving back up to Flusher. Oh, JW the first, oof, nearly the second as well.
The bomb is just there on his left as well. Won't get a read on that, tries to get the shot Snappy, but it's a bare miss. So close, Snappy as well. Give him an inch, he'll take a mile as he finds that frag. Tag also comes for on Lekro, and this is where they found the golden opportunity to actually strike. Been able to cause some commotion towards the A site. They force players down. You've got the advantage by one member. And this push comes in towards B. Flush is killed as well, so isn't going to go on a huge, fabulous rampage with the AWP like he did last time. Instead, it means Crims has to save just one of the AWPs, and Heroic will get a 4th round.
And there you have it. From Fnatic, they have control towards Pop, towards A main as well. But a lightning fast shot there from Snappy, annihilating JW, rushing towards B. Flush is there alone with the AWP. Golden rotated in, but had to rotate back towards Ali as soon as JW died in towards Team main. Leaving Flusher alone, leaving the A site in the hands of Heroic now. 5-4, as Fnatic can still buy. Crim saving the AWP. Means he can drop that over potentially. Flusher could drop over an M4 as well. The issue is how do they distribute their money? This might even be a good time to pause and to try and work this one out. M4 dropped over by JW for the AWP. Question is about that Flusher's cash. Can he drop over 2 M4s? I believe he could. Let's take a look at the buy. 3 M4s, MP9 for Golden, and the AWP for JW. As the buy is fairly decent here, obviously from Fnatic with the saved AWP from Crims. Oof, and these OG grenades connecting big damage and big digs already into Snappy. He's down to 60 HP. But bomb towards T-Spawn still. Once again, the 2-1-2 setup coming out from Heroic. 1 towards Team main, 2 alley, 2 Pop Dog that make presence towards B-Halls. They flash the angle, they'll molly Heaven, they'll go towards Pop, they'll take Pop control. And at that point, Heroic can go for the 3-pronged attack towards A.
Yes, they are just moving back round. Obviously going to be now getting themselves ready. Have those grenades in position and then release and go for the actual attack. But 2 of them go contact as they're going to be getting up close and personal. JW, though, will get this first peek. As right now they hold. The timing is everything here. They're holding the angle to stop just this push, but JW spots them out. There wasn't 2 men there, so there is no trade, as Rubina was the only one that stayed in the angle, meaning they already lose the first man.
5 versus 4. Heroic up in the tempo here. Money catching JW in the open. Frags go back and forth as it is the 3 versus 3. But Nico finds another one. As we see, man advantage now for Heroic. The site is in favor of them, but Golden still here. Undetected, unsuspecting as he catches Tag off guard. Snappy as well taken care of by Lekro. Leaving just Nico alone in the 1 versus 2.
Nico with the AK. Tries to find the first head. Does. Rip it to pieces. Peeks out on Lekro as well. So close, but not quite at the end there. Bare minimum. And he would have been able to do it. But Fnatic do get that round. Fnatic actually very weird. Seems that the consistency isn't really there. They're having these moments of greatness. They're being able to hit their shots, but they're not being able to do it at all times. JW with the AWP as well, though, definitely being quite a strong suit behind them. Now then for Heroic, in terms of what they can actually rock gun into this round, it is just going to be 3 AKs, a Scout on Snappy, and a Deagle on Rubino. So it's not really ideal.
Yeah, as you said, not consistent. Money reset once again for Heroic. And it is still just a 6-4, so they're doing just fine so far onto their T side. The issue is, though, if they lose this one, that's when the cracks start in the show. That'll be 7 rounds for Fnatic and Eco for Heroic, maybe 8 rounds already for the CT side here from Fnatic on their defense on Train. As Flusher is alone towards the B side, you can see what he does is he holds towards lower ramp, goes on top of the little ledge there so he can spot towards heaven, and that way there's 2 places covered at once. But playing passive, playing for the retake, they have the... Oh, they don't. There's no Molotovs, Jack. 1 smoke, they have kits, 2 flashbangs, but the utility is not strong to go for a retake.
Oh, it's not going to be ideal, but actually Lecro, though, he's the one making it work right now as he tried to lockpick his way back through. Is eventually killed, but so much damage has been done. He has no Molotov now on that T side. Don't really even have the players as they're being eliminated as this push comes back in thick and fast. It's only Snappy that remains. He's got a Scout, not the best weapon to try and play this angle from. Attack the bomb to force the face. He re-peeks and gets slain by JW. And this will be the defuse now coming through if someone jumps on it. Oof. JW eventually will. He had the kit and knew he could save it. So that is going to be that 7th round, but still not good enough there from Heroic, really. I mean, only 1 kill on towards Lecro. They got the bomb plant at least, but couldn't make do out of that round with what they wanted to.
Now for the Felico here from Heroic. The Danes maybe conceding another round into round number 12. 7-4, 3-run advantage for Fnatic. It is going to be, you know, a few Deagles here across the board. 4 at that. And a CZ for Snappy. As the HE is connecting some strong damage, the Molotov going to be forcing the peaks from the Ts.
Crims. He goes for the peak, could have worked out well, but instead he held his own for far too long. But luckily JW is there to just demolish them.
Wow.
A 3K, I bet that looked good.
Yeah. I mean, probably.
Who knows?
Who knows? Matt would know. 8-4. 5 AKs for Heroic now as the buy is decent. The problem is that there's still no warp, and how do you solve the riddle of JW? Pushing in towards team main, pushing in towards Pop Dog sometimes when he has to spawn. Where is he off to now? I think he will actually go for the Pop peak. Yes, he shall. So he's now gone towards Pop. He's been in towards team main. He's orbited towards Ali. He's pushed that other way as well. How do you deal with such an aggressive AWP when you don't have an AWP of your own?
Yeah, it's hard as well, obviously, the fact that he's roaming so much. He's in these different angles every time. Hard to expect with what you need to counter or even where to set up those countermeasures, really. But Golden, this HE could be tasty if he actually lands it correctly. Could do so much damage as it rolls out. Yeah, 50 HP off 2 of the players. That's really, really nicely done as he now waits for the push to come in as well.
3 versus 4. Lecro kills this attack towards Old Bomb. Oh, the boost. Ooh, Crims. Spots the head and the frag as well. Knows there's 1 more towards Ali because who else would have boosted him? And Snappy goes 1 for 1. As it is now the 2 versus 2. Molly here towards Sandwich. Snappy towards Ali. The bomb can be collected. They have to be so paranoid about Flusher coming from the B side in towards the back lines. But JW still towards Pop with the AWP. Eventually going to pounce and find both of those frags. They know Snappy was still there towards Ali, so an easy last frag found. 9-4. As it was looking good for Heroic there, but Fnatic steal it back once again. These rounds. Close, down to the wire, but always in favor of the Swedes. Round number 14, 9-4 advantage here. As we see the quasi-buy coming up from Heroic, so they might be considering the 10th round to Fnatic, but they're going to try and fight for that 10-5 finish.
It's just the fact just the AWP on JW alone is such a huge set piece, and a map like CT side Train, it just really allows him to flex his muscles, play to the best of his ability, and have a bit of fun with it. Go for the peaks that he wants to, and it's working very well. I mean, 20 frags to his name. He's blowing everyone to bits. Huge clutch rounds. 3Ks here, 3Ks there. It's looking good for JW. Just depends if that will carry on over to that T side as well. But Flusher, he might have a bit of a hard-tested fight here. Instead, kills Modi in seconds, even though Modi was pre-fired on the angle, was ready for it. Does not go down the way he expected it to, so that's already 1 man gone into this 14th round now.
Oof. JW, uncharacteristic, missing the flick there, but lands the second, of course. Up the trains and up in the ante as well, as he goes for quite the gymnastical approach onto the AWP. It looked good, Jack. That's the thing. It looked good. It looked good. Might not have been the best, as he missed a few shots there, but some other star points as well, mate. Gets a 9 from me.
Yeah, it's true.
10-4, then final round of the half. And the buy is going to be fairly decent. Obviously, the bomb plant being denied at the very end, and that would have been able to, you know, push them over the edge and afford an AWP. But instead, 5 AKs once again. Full utility across the board, so they can play a slower paced round and gain control of the map, and then fall back into an execution. As it seems that there is their idea of approach. Once again, we see Rubino, Nico towards Ali, Snappy towards Team Main, and the remaining players towards Pop and towards the B halls. Exactly where JW is pushing, and he finds the kill again. How are you supposed to deal with the sort of aggression that lands each and every shot?
Just all-out aggression. I mean, every one of these rounds, it's been different. JW's been keeping them on their toes consistently, but he's also been blowing their toes off for this AWP. And now Heroic do not have too much left to work with, really. Spread quite thin. 4 players alive, but all darted around. Flusher also has the auto-sniper as well. So if they go for a last attempt over at the B site, then...
How's Lekro killed JW?
I don't even know.
Was that through the smoke? He tried to spam?
You just shot him in the side of the head?
Maybe. Well, this just gets more interesting, doesn't it? From a 4 versus 4, we thought Fnatic had the advantage. They've actually managed to throw it away. And now it's just down to Flusher towards the B site. It's Heroic group there. Flusher this time, though, has the auto-sniper Jack. And let's see. Any Space Soldiers fans going to be here as well to witness this?
Yeah, the pounding going to come through from this weapon. Gets the first and the second eventually kill, but that's basically enough damage done. You've got yourself in a position where you slow down the push enough and make it really hard for him. Nico, decision to make now. He decides to fight. It is slain. 11-4 are going to be the final scores at the end of the first half, with Fnatic heavily favored going through.
Yeah, I mean, the next map as well, going to be Cobblestone. So if this pistol's won for Fnatic, we could be heading to that second map extremely quick, as it is now the half-time of this first map in this best of 2 series. 11-4 in favor of the Swedes. It was looking good early on. It was what, 4-3 advantage, then a 3-3, then a 6-4. Heroic looking strong, and then towards the end there, 5 rounds, 6 rounds, 1 in a row for Fnatic. And if they claim the pistol, Jack, it's going to be a quick one. Yeah,
it seems like it. I mean, there's not really too much more you can ask for coming out from Heroic right now. Let's see what they can do anyway. Nico going to be Kit Boy. He's just got a smoke, Snappy with a HE and the CZ. It's a cheeky buy.
It is cheeky. HE behind it as well, so obviously splash damage lands. Trying to do his best simple impression, but he's not actually Ukrainian.
Yeah, the only thing splashing is going to be the blood splattering at the back of the floor there. There's more to be done. Fnatic eventually go for their contact round through Ivy. Rubino misses the initial shot, swings out wide for a little bit more, but just takes absolute digs through the smoke. He goes down. Golden going to be fighting through. It's JW that gets punished by Esatag, and now it's a 3 versus 2. They're up by close bomb train. Crims from the rear. Crims with the second as well. Fnatic get the pistol. And you'd imagine the following 2 rounds that should come with this. So this should be a 14-4 before you know it.
Quick arch wrap there from Fnatic. Coming in towards Ali. Through the smoke connecting frags. Front of the frag onto the actual anchor towards Ivy itself. Wrapping in towards the old bomb. And splitting towards that side. Stellar pistol from a stellar team, it seems, as Fnatic go to 12. So now it's going to be the Galil buy, Mac 10, you know, SMGs across the board. Oof, Jack, we've seen this before. 4 spies being won by the CTs.
Well, that was weird on the second push there. It didn't really seem like that was necessary to try to go down ladder like that and fight it, but anyway. Modi left on 4 HP. Esatag 38. So it's a 3 versus 5 still. You do have the better firepower, but the fact is you don't really have the manpower to work with, but now you do. Bring it back into a 3v3 as Crims and Lekro trade on the 2 damaged players. Snappy switches out for the scout. The T's are no longer trapped in positions that are defended by Heroic either, so you can recover the bomb, then work off the back of that. And Snappy takes a huge hit, actually. Left on just 5 HP now, or 14 HP. What hit him?
No. A scout, I believe, from Snappy.
No. Snappy was the one that got tagged.
Oh, I thought you meant Crims.
No.
I mean, it could have been anything, really.
But no one was near him. That's the thing that's confused me.
Well, if a tree falls in a forest, there's no one to hear it, Jack. Did it really fall?
Yeah.
Or is it just a UI bug?
Yeah, also true. Frag comes through. In the end, Golden with a backstab on Rubino. Now we're in the crunch time, but Nico on the Deagle can be lethal. Oh, close, but not the naughty Nico we expected to see. We've had enough Nico highlights already.
I was going to say, 30 kills in one map was yesterday. Yesterday? Oh, I keep doing that. Last map.
About half an hour ago.
Well, with how long we've been in Leicester, Jack, it does feel like yesterday.
Snappy. Let's see if he can go back to yesterday, where all his troubles were so far away.
Nice, nice. Yeah, well. Into the next one. Fnatic bringing it back. Obviously, it was a 5 versus 3. It does go to 13-4. Fnatic winning that one with the skin of the teeth. Actually, 3 players surviving. So from the 3 versus 5, all 3 of the players do live. And now, should be the eco from Heroic. So we should be expecting to see the 14-4 scoreline, Jack. 10-round advantage for Fnatic on their T side. They're going to have the money in their money in their favor. Momentum as well going in their way. So yeah, I mean, we should be looking at a 16-7, I'd say. Maybe 16-8 for Heroic. Get a few rounds of the ball.
Fnatic trying to go for a fast play towards the B site, and the gamble has worked out absolutely brilliantly for them. The welcome mat is down. The reposition is coming through, so they need to try and speed it back up a little bit more now in the final stages, as they've given everyone enough time to rotate in. All players are now on the site. S-Tag finds the first kill with the Deagle as well, but not the second. Modi from the heightened position trying to snipe him down with the USP. You've got the backline support as well. This could be risky if Modi can land those shots, but not even really tags coming through for him. They're all being picked clean down. It's just on Snappy. Lands tag with the scout, but that's probably the last bit of damage he's going to do in the round, as Fnatic should get themselves to 14. It'll be a 14-4. And Heroic, not got yourself a lot of breathing room. I mean, if one round goes the way of Fnatic from this point onwards, they will have match point. They will have overtime at a minimum, a bare minimum.
And what, 10, 11 rounds to work on that match point as well. So high chance to do close it up if they get to there. Well, first bar until the second half, and already it's all set up to be a Fnatic victory. 14-4 advantage. 10-round deficit now for Heroic on the CT side of train. So if there's any half to get it done, it is going to be here. No AWP, and obviously the AWP from JW was a staple part of that CT side defense being so strong as it was. 23 kills from him after 18 rounds being played out, so he's definitely on form. So, no defuse kits, no Molotovs, 3 smokes left. Could argue no hope as well at this point for Heroic into train, as the next map is Cobble. Well, flash towards outside as we see the assault begin.
There they go. Revving their engines as they sprint straight through. Lekro, he'll take 1 kill. Snappy, Crims as well, comes through towards S-Tag as they go for the trade. Lekro somehow in the backline, Snodge just dealing damage, kills Modi. And things have really gone wrong quite quickly. Crims kills Nico, and all of a sudden it's just Rubino left, waiting to be murdered. He's going to be slain by Lekro, who's just absolutely unloaded on them into that round. That's a free K for him, and that is huge. And now they're 1 round away. This is all it comes down to. The next round will close it out if Fnatic can take it. And they will shut down this first map in seconds. Overall, I mean, a 16-4 could be just great for them, not only in the form of a win, but a bit of round difference as well.
Oh, for sure. Let's take a look at the round difference right now, actually. Obviously, they are 12th, so they are close against Ago, against Heroic as well. But in terms of round difference, they are -23. So this is getting them on track to maybe going positive. Round number 20 could be the last round of this third matchup here. 15-4. 11 match points now for Fnatic. This is going to be the 5 AK buy. Scout in the hands of Rubino towards Ali as the peak comes in. As all parties do miss there. But it is the triple UMP investment. 2 scouts, 3 UMPs as well. As it is the epitome of a quasi-buy.
Or Nico. Maybe he's got other ideas in mind. Maybe this isn't the end of the tale of the Heroic squad right now, as they do start to resurge Small amount at the very least, but it's better than nothing. It's a bit of an awkward miss from the scout, but that is a tag on Golden. But Lekro slaying his way through them, and Rubino is trying to connect these tags, but he's not quite able to. It's Golden and Lekro that are left. They will have to win it for their side, but Modi with a flick round finds the head of Lekro. It's just down to Golden. This should be the 5th round for Heroic. It'll keep it moving a little bit. Oof. But you can see the economy on Fnatic. It wouldn't take too long for him to get back into a manageable spot.
Yeah, 1 versus 3 now for Golden. These scouts landing, you know, big tags, and you factor in the UMPs and the scout tags as well. And Modi, the 4K there to deny the 16th round for Fnatic so far, as they still have 10 more to win back-to-back without letting one slip. No margin for error in onto their CT side. Is it going to be the rebuy and the reinvestment here coming out from the Ts? Golden waiting to buy potentially, but obviously I believe he will be dropped to AK. Oh, Galil actually instead, so 3 AKs, all for JW, Galil as well for Golden. Obviously you want to have that all for JW, he's been so strong with it so far. But Fnatic, now they're versus the Orb from Snappy. Easy frag, just thrown away there from Rubino. Hard angle to really deal with there. Do you jiggle peek it and give away a frag like that? Or do you just let them run up?
Well, they've let them run up, and JW is bouncing around like a bunny hopping rabbit. His teammates, they have been slain. Oh, but the response from JW comes in. The trifecta of frags picked up by Fnatic now. He went in for the no-scope, but instead Golden will shine through, strike against Snappy. That is a Fnatic win. And a very effective scoreline as well. Very, very one-sided there on Train. I mean, first few rounds were quite close. It seemed like it was going to be a drawn-out, pretty, you know, equally matched affair between these two sides. But once we really got into the nitty-gritty, and as soon as JW got his paws on an AWP, that was it.
Oh, crazy, wasn't it? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Felt like, you know, B, Pop Dog, Ali, T-Main, everywhere he was peeking, everywhere was finding frags. Had a few misses versus the ecos, but apart from that, perfect.
Well, the thing is, that it didn't really matter. He had the miss, but he just kept powering through. That's the point with him, is it seems like there is no confidence power of, you know, missing a shot puts him into a bit of an awkward position and not have faith in himself. He just shoots through and shoots through and shoots through and somehow ends up with a 5K in the round. Yeah,
pivotal frags, crucial, impactful kills that grant map control, grant entries, and win games for you, essentially. This round for me was absolutely ludicrous. Missing 2 shots here. Still able to come forward, farm the first, fair enough, but the no trade frag, the AWP peak comes out from Snappy. But still, 2 frags there was far too many. And now that win, Fnatic go to 19 points. And they are tied for 11th now with a go. So things get awkward.
Yeah, that is true. There is still one more map, though. Second map is going to be Cobblestone. That's Fnatic versus Heroic. Will things be different on Cobblestone? Will there be a slowdown from Fnatic, and will Heroic wake themselves up with a bit of heroism? Find out after these highlights and after the break, where we'll continue on with this series.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Betway,